Hey, Corey Manos first.
Oh, we're already live? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I better go pull this up then.
Hey, Corey.
Hey,
Followed,
Corey.
followed
Hey,
right by AZ. David. Boom,
Yep.
boom.
Boom, boom this morning. Hey, morning, guys. Just seconds apart. So, why do you always come up as soon as I go online? What? No, get down. You have to go inside. No, get down. Yeah. Hey, come on, Marshall's in there too already this morning. All right.
Marshall's here.
Oh, we do it. First Canadian, first American. Boom, boom. Yep. So what ship did you say the Agro Canada you went and got?
Yes.
They already put it out. The police report, that's early. They're coming out. Oh yeah, it's only about 3 lines. So
I was trying to figure out how to darken my. I guess I can't.
yeah, I don't know how. I'm gonna go get something to drink here.
Yep. AZ. Boom, boom. Let me take a look and see what's a little better. This might be too dark. Let's see. I'm going to hold it up here. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, let's see. How's that looking? That looking better? I think it is.
Well, look at that. While I was making my coffee, I was watching the battery. So, well, one's charged. Oh, there, 2 charged. Now, third one's charged. So, we're all done. Ready to rock and roll.
I took one of my filters and put it on the camera.
What on your Well, they fit on there?
No, you gotta put a little piece of tape on the top edge
Oh. Oh,
and then you just put it up there.
yeah, so hopefully I'll go fly that. I'll leave here, I don't know, about an hour or so. Or you gotta go fly that, go down. So it takes about probably 3/4 of an hour to go down there, or close to it anyways. By the time I stop and get Timmy's. Hey,
Congratulations, Corey, on your placing yesterday.
yeah.
For anybody that doesn't know, Corey races drones on his spare time.
Yeah. So hey, Corey, how's your daughter's finger? Is it okay? No,
Yeah.
cuts or marks or anything or what? Hey, good morning, Dustin and Mr. Russell Glurham. Good morning.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dustin.
people not just keep coming on there. There's a down in Port Burrell. There's a lighthouse. It's a historical thing. There's a big submarine they brought in there about 4 or 5 years ago. But the lighthouse, it's getting pretty bad shape. Apparently, it's the wood's rotting and the foundation cracked. Apparently, they got all taped off around it because they're afraid that high winds it'll fall over and land on the street. And there's so I want to go down in case something happens to it. I want to get some pictures and video of it before anything happens to it.
Well, yeah.
They're looking to refurbish it, but it's going to cost a lot of money too, right?
So Russell, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see you, Dustin. Of course, Corey and
Corey.
Marshall and everybody. And David. Boom, boom, David.
And of course, today's a beautiful day for flying. Not much wind. Look at your flags behind you, just kind of hanging there. They're not even
Just
in
hang.
the wind. So. Well, I got a whole bunch more spindles taken out of the railing. There's only a few holding it up now. And guy comes tomorrow around 10 o'clock.
What was it, glued in?
No. It's most of it's good, but I can't find out. Like the railing goes up, then it curves, and then comes back about 6 feet or more, or even more than that. But anyways, they're usually joints, and you can see the joint. But usually they have a locking thing up underneath there, but I don't see even a plug or anything in there where they got a locking joint. So I don't want to cut it because you might cut it in the wrong spot, and the guy didn't, come here. I don't want it now,
Yeah.
So
Hey, Justin's here.
what's this about Justin's show last night? Missed all the fun of farting, burping, and yawning all night or something?
What? We're gonna work on a 2-part episode today.
Ah,
I got recorded last night.
Supposed to be 43 degrees this afternoon, but wind 7 mile an hour. That's not bad. Well, it's 4, gusting to 7. But oh, this is what you just did there,
this is
Paul?
the one I just did, just got back.
Yeah.
This is the raw footage.
Yeah. This is the Air 2S, right?
Yep. The Air 2S.
What's up, David? Dustin? Russell? And Corey and Marshall.
I gotta throw another blanket in the washing machine in a few minutes.
I actually,
Everything's so dusty and dirty here. I gotta keep things clean, right? I got company coming.
I actually sent you a, link last night, Dustin, I believe. That doesn't surprise me, though. It's not the first time somebody's had that problem with YouTube. Almost positive I sent, yeah, I did send you one last night. I wasn't that exciting of a show last night. It was okay. Kinda had a slow start, but then a bunch of people came in.
So he was downbound. So what, you just going into Sarn to get fuel?
Yep, going in to fuel up at the refineries down south of Sarnia.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's kind of sitting high there, so got to be empty.
Not moving very fast either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, JD, that actually will notify you a lot better if you look through there. Every time I do that, it puts everybody that's live right at the top.
Oh, she ever sitting high there, especially in the front end. Wow.
Yeah, you can tell all the weights in the back with the engines and everything.
Well, that's kind of a cool shot, Paul. You're backing up with the ship. That was kind of a cool shot. You were directly in line with it, but you were backing up. That was a bit of a cool shot. That one was. Good stuff there, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it turned out fairly well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and see if I can't find something I wanted to show you guys if it showed up on here.
Yeah.
Done, that's finished.
Hey, good morning, Uncle Bill.
That's funny. Bill was on the panel last night too.
Mm.
Okay. There's one of those balloons, I think.
I don't know. Is that the moon?
Don't know.
No, that's.
It looks like half a moon right there. But then, hang on. It's no, because this. Hang on, which way? No, the sun's coming from the left.
Yep. So the
So
sun's
it's gotta
coming
be
this way.
It's got to be the sun or moon. Yep.
But even if it was a balloon, the bright sunlight from here
Yeah,
would
it
be
was lighted
coming.
up too. Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
but I
that
don't
from?
see F-22s in the air.
I don't know, was that from the other day or something?
That's
This morning.
from this morning, about an hour ago.
I don't know. Trust me, they're patrolling those skies like crazy now. They know if any of that shit's up there. They're watching everything right now.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that was my morning flight. That
Freaking
was the
cut.
raw footage from it. Uncle Bill's going, shoot it, shoot it.
Which today, the 12th, right?
Yep.
10:34. This morning at, trying to think here, at the waning crescent, 66% of the visible moon from Sarnia. So it's got to be the, okay, so it's got to be, which one would it be? I'm just reading an article or thing for where the moon is right now. Moon phase, the 12th, 0.6, that's at 10:34. Visible moon, 66.6%. You could see this morning from Sarnia. So I'm just very, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's just the moon, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah, that was my first thought. I just thought it was kind of a chuckle since they're all looking for the damn.
Yeah, take a screenshot of that. Hey, look at that and put it on Facebook. Look, another balloon. That's what you should do. Yeah, I would do it just for the fun of it, just to harass everybody.
Or just put in there, is this the moon or is this one of those invading balloons?
Yeah. Shoot it. Yeah, Uncle Bill says. Yeah, but balloons are being unfairly targeted. We need to start a support group. Yeah. That because we're shooting all of them down, right?
So is everybody getting ready for Super Bowl Sunday?
What's that?
That's today. Super Bowl.
Oh.
I know you're not a football fan, Paul. And I'm usually not either, but I like to watch
Overinflated, yeah, freaking money grab. Big not event. Just down there, but even here, people going to restaurants, sports bars, and paying big money for drinks and sitting there to cover charge.
I don't think AZ is going to go. AZ, are you going to the Super Bowl or no? I know he had a buddy that bought some tickets.
Bill, balloons are being unfairly targeted. We need to start a support group.
Yeah.
Anti-deflation league.
Hey, you put that on Facebook there, Bill.
Wayne Neal says he'd rather watch paint dry than watch the Super Bowl.
Like you said, we'll fly here in a while. So that's my Super Bowl. I'm gonna bowl around that lighthouse.
Yeah, isn't the Super Bowl today?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not watching it, so I don't really care. I don't have no wants to want to watch it.
I think some people watch it just for the halftime show.
Yeah, but you know what, Paul? Once you've seen one halftime show, you've just about seen them all.
No, you get all these skimpy little outfits and who's it, Beyonce or whoever's singing and dancing or whatever, stage production. I forget who's doing it. You see the skimpiest outfits they wear. But then I can get that stuff here on my screen too, right? So
yeah.
I'll be able to watch it tomorrow or later on today.
Oh, it's freaking windy here today. Jesus.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I just came outside and it's like 20-25 mile an hour gusts up here.
We're fine. You're
yeah, it's calm. Calm sunshine, but still chilly. It's only 26 degrees here.
It seems about maybe 15 to 25 mile an hour gusts outside right now.
Well, I'm just watching right now, St. Augustine, Florida. You're pretty close there, Justin. 23 miles an hour.
Yeah, it looks like might be a storm coming in too.
A few clouds. Okay, let's go look at the radar for there. Yeah, nothing real bad around, a couple, but you want to go way up by West Virginia and stuff, up North Carolina, Delaware. Bad storm up that way right now, going through. Right now, it's all up through here.
Oh, yeah.
But down here, we're just in there. There's Winter Haven. There's a couple of clouds over here by Brooksville, Spring Hill, north of Tampa, but nothing else. But no,
Well, from my point of view, it looks like a big ass wall of clouds.
yeah. Well, it might be overcast, right? Too. So they don't show overcast down here, just rain clouds or snow clouds.
Well, I mean, on the radars too, when you look at them, it like looks like a small little cloud, but
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, it'll be huge when you're in person looking at it.
Yeah, I get my stuff on the screen. That's right. There, Bill. I get to watch whatever I want later. It.
Yeah, normally when we used to watch the Super Bowl a lot when I was years back, we used to watch the Super Bowl every year. Sarah would only watch the halftime show. There's a lot of people that just want to watch that. They'll watch that and then they'll, not really pay attention to the rest of the game.
Well, one of the headlines over here in Ontario, it says busiest day of the year. London businesses prepare for Super Bowl Sunday, like all the restaurants and bars. This is the busiest day of the year. Like I said, it's just a freaking money grab.
Well, it's definitely one of the, if not the most viewed event in the US every year. Like they have over 100 million people watching it live. I think even more than that.
Well, I wonder if the U.S. Navy's going to skydive in there like they normally do.
I wouldn't, because half those players don't even support them anyway.
Yeah.
Here comes Uncle
I
Bill.
wouldn't be doing shit for the NFL league.
You know, my disgusting humor doesn't really carry very well in the chat. I have to say it out loud. You get your stuff up on the screen. You need to back up a little bit.
Yeah,
You get it now?
I get it now. Yeah.
You're too close. It's bad for your, eyes, they say.
Yeah.
Both
No, I
things.
get a little
Both things
closer. I'm
being-
looking hard.
Well, that's bad for your eyes. I think the other thing makes you go blind too. So
Yeah.
that's what they say. Yeah, it's windy here. I was supposed to work today because that fishing league was supposed to go on the boat, but the boat canceled because there's a gale warning in effect. So gale force winds warning in effect. They're calling 15 to 20 or 20 to 25. I don't know. Windy. Too windy to take a boat out. Wouldn't be very much fun. Especially that boat.
Be a lot of barfing going on.
A whole lot of barfing going on and heads banging off the sides of the inside of the cabin too.
Yeah.
Because that thing's kind of tall too. So if the wind's hitting it, it'd be rocking back and forth.
That's no fun.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that one outing you guys did at the meetup where everybody was down below on the boat.
Yeah.
Well, what, at the meetup? No, there was only a couple people got sick. Bob Dempsey got, I tell you, I never saw anybody get seasick and be so jovial about it.
Yeah.
He's a permanent smiler, that guy. Most of the guys didn't even know he got sick. Because he'd eject and then, wipe his mouth and turn around. Oh, guys, how's everybody doing? Are we doing good? Excuse me. And turn around and he'd disappear for a little while longer. But he was pretty upbeat about it. But he got sick and Maddie's son got sick. I think that's about it, though. Yeah.
So
It wasn't bad, though. They weenies.
so where is the football game? Is it in Phoenix?
Yeah. Is it Phoenix or is it
Tucson or someplace?
Tucson, I think.
I'm not
It's
sure.
not here. I guess I got to root for the NFC East team,
As long as that works.
which is kind of breaks my heart to root for the frickin' Eagles. But what are you gonna do? They are representing our division, so. I may even watch it. See what's going on. You guys are so quiet.
Mhm.
Freaking cut my knee open yesterday.
Well, how'd you manage that?
As I was I replaced 2 more plugs in the house and a switch, and I was trying to get down between the bed and the wall, and there was only like so much room. And I didn't even realize I cut my knee until I got up and there's freaking blood all over my knee.
Ooh,
But now it's a little sore this morning.
I can imagine.
Yeah, that's how you damaged your knees. Okay, all right. Okay, go with that. Go with that story. That's good.
Yeah,
That's a good.
Especially since he's got his new gal pal now, you know?
Yeah.
My new gal pal. That was like, what are you talking about?
We're talking about Paul Hodges.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about my knees.
Oh, your knees.
That's what I
Yeah,
was saying. Yeah.
Well,
you
hell,
did-
I've been doing all that construction.
I thought, I
Yeah,
thought because Paul earlier was complaining about the knees working on his railings and stuff.
yeah.
did you ever have anybody come get that?
But it's supposed to be tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. I got most of the spindles out now. There's only about 5 left holding that up. So it won't take long to get out of here. If I had everything out and ready to go, right? So I just don't want to cut the railing. And I know there look like there's a couple joints, but I don't see what they use to put them together. They're just glued or what, but I don't want to. Cut
They
it
probably
to
dowed
the-
and glued them together. I wouldn't cut them. Let the
Well-
person, whoever's coming to get it, decide what they want to do.
Exactly. That's exactly. I got the saws here. You can cut it where you want, but
There you go, Bill.
yeah.
A big
What's that supposed to be? A heart? Oh, Valentine's gift?
Yeah.
Yeah. Says where is it? Says B mine on the back of it. You know, I got to finish painting it. So far, it's a disaster. I've got that rainbow colored.
Yep.
TPA or PLA. I may just stick that in, and then I actually have white paint. Might be easier just to have a color, because this is a pain in the Cayunes,
Yeah.
painting this whole thing. I'll keep trying, but I don't think it's going to look that great when I'm done. So what I think would be better is get a colored one and then use the white and then bring the eyes back and maybe the sneakers or whatever. Maybe
What are
that's
you
what I'll-
hand painting
or
it?
the shoelaces and the base of the sneakers, make them white.
You hand painting it?
Well, I've got acrylic paint pens.
Oh, okay.
They're pens, and getting a nice consistent color. You have to do a couple of coats, and then you get into the region where is it? Between the eye and there, and you end up doing that. So then I'm gonna have to touch that back up with white to hide the mistakes. It's like, oh God, I hate this. I don't do this anymore. So I'll just do the whole thing in rainbow and just make his eyes white.
Just so you guys know, the Super Bowl, for those interested, is in Glendale, Arizona, and kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. 3:30 on the West Coast.
Thank you.
I
Mr.
know that would be bothering you, Bill.
Yeah, I'd be really bothered by that. And you know what? I get to watch it because it's on Fox, and I pick up Fox with my antenna.
There you go.
I'm a cable cutter, my brother. CBS cut. I don't get CBS all the time.
Oh,
It's
you don't
really
have
good.
any like cable or anything?
Well, I can watch most of the CBS programs on Paramount actually, because I have that through streaming. No, I don't. No, I just have cable for internet. That's it. And
Most
I do
people
have
seem to be doing.
Paramount. Anything that's been on CBS that I want to watch is on there anyhow. But no, I don't miss it. I don't miss having paying that cable bill every month. And I get to pick and choose what I want. But the antenna does a really good job, and it depends on the day. Sometimes for some reason, see, CBS is VHF. So I've got the 2 different digital antennas up there, and the trees down the street apparently have gotten bigger over the last few years, and now it's in between me and the transmitter. Because these trees are big, and so I'd have to raise the antenna up even higher. I tried putting a booster on it. That didn't fix it. But I'm not that concerned about it. It's only that's only that one group of channels, you know, that CBS is on that's really giving me a hard time. So no big deal. But Fox's
Cool.
UHF comes in bright as can be. So do CW and most. They get 40 something channels in nice and clear. So with the antenna. Plus my stream, you know, I stream. I got Amazon Prime with Paramount. And I used to have another streaming service. I got rid of that because I wasn't even watching it. I spend most of my time watching YouTube. Imagine that.
Yeah, you can do, there's bundles you can do too, like you can do Disney Plus and Hulu together. It's like
No,
$10
Disney's evil.
a month.
I won't watch Disney anymore. They're evil.
I don't use it either anymore. We got rid of it.
Nah, you know what? There's certain things. Have you seen the new Proud Family thing they did?
Proud fit now.
Yeah, check it out. It'll piss you off. So, which is a shame because I would have liked to watch, what is it, the Mandalorian thing series? I would have liked to watch that. Oh well. I could buy that stuff on Amazon if I really want to watch it. You know.
Yeah, Disney's gone way off the wall.
They're evil. I'm telling you, they're just. I live in Florida. I won't go there ever again. You know, and they're nuts. And they're paying for it. Their sales are way down. They're cutting it. They just cut 7,000 employees between Disney World and Disneyland in this country. 7,000 employees are getting cut. You stay out of politics and just do your thing and entertain. Why can't they? No, they've gone woke. They're
Oh
not
my
allowed
God.
to say boy. They're not allowed to say boys and girls anymore when they're addressing the audience. They actually don't. They stop saying that because you know you don't want to oppress people who don't identify as either a boy or a girl.
Oh my God, dude, the comments on YouTube from clips of that show.
It's unbelievable what they did. Check out the clips when you get a minute, Justin.
One guy wrote, as a proud Hispanic American, I hope the people in my culture recognize the stupidity.
Yeah, it's worse than that. It's what they.
Oh my. Well, you know, I figured, you know, being a straight clip right from the Disney Channel thing on YouTube, you know, they would have more support in chat.
The
No.
most offensive stuff I've ever seen, and it's a kid's cartoon. It has to do with slavery.
Oh my God, these comments are hilarious.
Well, you know, the whole reparation thing just blows my mind.
Oh, yeah, they bring that up, yeah, and they bring up how Lincoln didn't free the slaves; he emancipated them, and emancipation is not freedom. And that they go, I mean, it's just the most offensive crap, pissing on the graves of what 350 some odd thousand people that died in the Civil War. You know, slave culture had been around forever,
Yep,
millennia.
yep.
The Western culture was the first to outlaw it. You know, but instead of celebrating that, whatever.
And one guy put
The
as a
country was
black,
founded on slaves. The entire country was built by slaves. No, it wasn't. That's not even true, first of all, you whack jobs.
one guy wrote, as a black man from Africa who migrated to the US legally, this constant reminder I should feel like a victim has become unbearable.
Yeah. And they you know, the folks that live in a free society built on the backs of their ancestors would be ashamed. You know, their struggles of being, now you should be paid.
Yeah,
Because of
can
what-
you
what they-
imagine
what they-
California wants to give every person $1 million or $2 million?
Because of what their people, you know, what they went through. And
Yeah,
now the
100 years
you know,
ago.
Hold on, I'll put
100,
the
more than
clip
that.
I found, Wayne.
But hang on, I'm gonna move to California.
You know where the word slave comes from, right? Slav. The majority of slaves during the Roman period, that the word is derived from the Romans, and they were Slavics. They were
Yep.
Slav with the majority of the slaves that they held.
Hey,
were-
guys,
even the
can I-
Roman Empire was a
They
melting
were
pot.
the conquered people that the Romans conquered.
it's not the Disney channel, but it's a channel somebody posted a clip. But yeah, the fucking comments are hilarious in there. Go watch it.
Oh, it's so offensive. It's unbelievable.
Dustin, you may
Was
wanna
it
see
the
it.
Romans that put a person out in the middle of the Coliseum and let a tiger loose or something? You watch him get killed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should compensate their relatives. I might be related to them. I don't know.
Hey, my family came over from Italy and Ireland, and we were welcomed with open arms.
Well,
Mine come from England. Okay.
well, that's like the, I mean, like, the Jewish people had over 6 million people killed in World War II, and they don't complain about it to where they think they need to get paid for it and everything. I've never heard any of them complain about that, like where they're trying to blame
Well,
people
the
from
the
today
funny
for
part
it,
about it is why does anybody think
and that was a lot more recent.
that compensation is going to erase whatever you think in the back of your mind, how you were put upon?
California can
Look,
say
what
that
those
all they
people
want, they
didn't
can't
have,
afford it.
what those people back then didn't have was opportunity. It wasn't about money. It was about opportunity, the opportunity to succeed, the opportunity to work hard and benefit from your labors. You know, to own a home. You know, to even a crappy little home like mine. You know, to actually be comfortable and live for. And that's what they have now. That war is won. It's got nothing to do with being paid. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. It's just a money grab. It's all politics, and it's
It's all politics, and they're just
Well,
trying to.
and the higher you go up the rung of politics, and you got the people that say that they're there to right all the wrongs of the past. The next thing out of their mouth is, "Yeah, I have an organization. Send me some money so we can work for you." You know, but get the hell out of here.
Well, I've seen a lot of videos online of people who actually are from Africa, and they literally don't look at black people from the US as African. They literally look at them as American. They
Well, they
don't
are
cons-
Americans.
yeah,
That's
they
the
don't
point.
they don't consider them African at all. Like
Why would they?
that's why I said you can go back to any country that your family was at some point from 5 generations ago or whatever, and they're not going to just open their arms and just accept you in because your family was from there at some point. They're going to look at you as American. That's the way their people around the world look at you, plain and simple. I mean,
Well, they should. You're
There's
born and
an-
raised there. You're an American citizen. This is where you go, well, that's where I'm from, you know, over there. No, you're not. You know, I'm not 5 generations off either. I'm 3. But even though my heritage is Italian and Irish, I'm not from there. Got nothing
I
to
mean-
do with those countries. I'd like
I
to
mean,
visit.
you see the same thing in Mexico too. You know, a lot of Mexicans that were born and raised in the U.S., they don't get the same. There's a little bit of a stigma and hate for people that were born here, you know, versus people that were actually from Mexico and born in Mexico. I've heard about, you know, hate between them over that as well, like because they don't really consider them Mexican because they
Well,
were born
let's
here.
be clear. Let's be clear. You know, do you go around saying you're European? That's a continent, Africa, not a country,
Right.
not a people, not a single civilization. There's
Right.
multiple civilizations. There's multiple countries there with totally different cultures between the two of them, and between the many of them.
Oh, for sure.
So to say, you know, I'm African just shows your ignorance because you don't know where your people are really from. Well, and most of you can't because they were brought over in slave ships, but you can figure it out. You can, you know, because where the majority of them came from, and they were sold. They were sold to.
The
They were sold
African,
to Arabian. They were sold to Muslim Muslim-run Arabian slave markets and purchased to be brought over here. They didn't chase them through the woods and roots.
and the African continent has its own struggles and wars, and this people killed these people and those people killed those people, invaded them and enslaved them, and you know, it's nothing unique to the U.S. or anywhere else in the Eastern culture. It is what it is.
Well, a lot of big portions of the United States were actually claimed by other countries before it was us, and they sold it to us. You know,
Well,
the
it's-
Indians might have lived there, but Spain claimed part of the US, Mexico had part of the US. I mean,
Yeah, all the European nations did, France,
yeah, they all had a big chunk and they just pretty much sold it to us. It wasn't like we necessarily just took it.
Well, I don't know. We kind of took it from England.
Was David in the chat?
There wasn't any negotiation there, was there, Bill?
Yeah, I don't think it was by choice with England. Yeah. But look who our best friends are. I mean, and that's it's to me that shows why this is a great country. We can have wars with these countries, and then afterwards, we're their best friends without controlling them. Oh, we control them economically. That's up to them.
Hello,
But
Laura.
most of them prosper from
Yeah.
joining us economically. I mean,
Justin,
look at South Korea, perfect example.
Justin, your little sister joined the chat.
What's up,
Well,
Laura?
and she finally got it right too. All the nicest people on YouTube are right here.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
All right, what does she want? She's obviously sucking up to the panel.
Hey, Paul, I gotta show you. I got it stopped, but oh no, that's not what I want. Wrong button. But a picture of a video somebody just put out. But look at this, all the ships and
Oh,
layup.
yeah, I saw that video. Yep.
Wow, look at that, eh? Wow.
Laid up. Yep.
Oh, they got my yacht right in the middle, all blocked in. What the
Yeah,
hell?
You can't get it up, right? But yeah, wow, that's a cool picture. That is so cool.
Well, I saw an advertisement, Bill. I don't know if you saw it or not, but one of the big cruise lines is now taking one of their big cruise ships and offering it out as condos. In other words, you can live on it permanently and cruise.
Never
I don't think
mind.
that's new, Paul. I don't think that's new. I think that's been around.
Okay.
But
Never mind.
I don't know how common it was, common
Well,
practice. I mean,
the indication, Bill, was that if you signed up for that, there wouldn't be any just transient passengers on the ship at all. It
the
would-
entire ship would be
resident.
condos.
Yep.
Imagine what the HOA fee is. Holy crap!
Oh my, yeah, never mind. Laura backtracked on her comment and insulted everybody.
Did
She
she?
said, she said I was more saying that because Uncle Bill was on the panel.
Yeah, she was giving a compliment to everybody here.
And then she
Only
For me?
because
backtracked on
you're
it.
here, Bill.
Little old me. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and then she backtracked and made us all feel like crap. Thanks, Laura.
Tell us what you really think, Laura.
I knew something was up. I knew that comment was.
But yeah, that kind of, I know that there's some people that cruise all the time, but to me, it seemed like novel that only people that buy permanent residence on the cruise ship will be on the cruise ship cruising
Well,
around.
that's new to me. I wasn't aware of that.
I
floating
can't
condos.
imagine what the hell that would cost.
Well,
like
they
Well,
were
it's
only.
got to be cheaper than what some people were doing. When I worked on cruise ships,
Oh, did you?
and there were people that actually would just buy passage.
Yeah,
One week
all
right
the
after.
time.
They were there all the time, and then sometimes they actually leave the ship, maybe stay in one of the islands for a week, and when the ship came back, they'd get back on. And yeah, I mean, they were kind of living in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like multi-millionaires just keep. They
Oh,
kinda
they had a
just
couple
love that
dollars to
life.
rub together. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of retired people got a little bit of money, but really, if you get down to say they charge it $500 a week, which I can go on a cruise for in the Caribbean for $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month. I'd probably spend that here just on heat, hydro, groceries, all that kind of stuff.
A cruise for
There you go.
$500 for a week.
Paul shops pretty hard. He and his sister. They
$600 for a week. Yeah. But take an inside cabin, don't take an outside one, like, or the penthouse. But
Yeah, and you know, and on Saturday mornings, you gotta stoke the coal furnace and stuff, you know.
Yep, yep.
You've already
Gotta
got,
pitch in.
And you have to do dishes and wait tables.
No, it's just a rowboat with one of those pop-up awnings. That's the cabin version.
Yeah.
No, that's a $500. That's what you give it to the mate so that, you know, you can sneak yourself one. Yeah, here, here you go, $500. Great, I got an open room right over here.
you got fed, you got hydro, you got heat, you got everything. $500. That's cheap.
That's on special. I don't know about
And
you know, in season, out of season, whatever. I mean,
Well,
even back then, they used to run a
I was
special. The
running
7-day cruise on the
in-
Hawaiian Islands went on special for $800. And that was a
Yeah.
deal. We're talking about back in the early, like 2000, 2001.
And plus,
because
the more you sail, the cheaper it is because they give you discounts.
Paul knows all the angles about
I've
cruising.
been on
Yeah.
4 cruises. And it cost me, the last cruise I was on, probably about 4 years ago, it was just $908 that cost me. And that included airfare and everything down to Florida, the cruise, everything, taxes, everything, $900. That was a full 7 days.
Well, your
Was that
sister
on the,
just went on a.
was
your
that on the
sis-
SS Minnow?
Nope. All in America.
Yeah. Well,
All in America.
I'm getting Alaska cruise right now. They're offering me for $500 and $600 for Alaskan cruise.
you know,
Right
and
now.
you're right, and you got your food and everything. You know,
Yeah.
you get the buffets are wide open to you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
eat when you want, 24 hours a day, or all the different types of food you ever could think of.
I mean, the best times out on that ship was on the fantail with the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back of the galley, there was a area where they allowed us, the crew director would buy beer and this and that, and then he'd sell it, and then I don't know what he did with the money. He probably pocketed it. My friend Bob. Anyway, and they'd sell beer to us. We'd hang out in the fantail, and they'd be playing ukuleles, and we'd be singing. It was a great time, actually.
Here comes Mr. Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Speaking
Morning,
of
guys.
exiled English.
Don't call a Welshman English, man. You're just asking for trouble.
That's the same thing.
Damn right. That's fighting talk, Justin.
Celtic bastard, you. Hi, Welsh. Hi,
What's
Rob.
happening, Dad?
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, surviving.
There you go, Bill, right here. Top 10 cruises. This week's best value starts at $519.
That's for a week or 3 days?
No, full week. Here, I'll pull up. Maybe I'll pull up an itinerary here.
Well, sometimes they throw deals like that just to fill spots up.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go to.
Better have somebody in the room than nobody making some kind of money.
Yeah, the Titanic had deals like that too for the Irish when they stuck them in the hold, you know, down at the bottom of the ship.
Casey, no. Okay.
Justin, you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good.
I'm doing stuff as well at the same time, so don't think I'm ignoring people.
Well, I spent 12 weeks on a cruise ship in Hawaii, and they paid me to be there. And fed me. Did my laundry. Well, I did my laundry because, you know, machines are free.
Well, you can't remember that, can you?
Oh, JD has a point there. He said, yes, Laura, very nice of you to say that about a person out of 15 plus is nice. He's talking about everybody on the panel and in the chat.
Hey, Laura.
Just came in, gave one person a compliment and dissed the other 15 people. Spill special, Bill.
I'm looking at this paint job on this heart thing I made here. I feel special, right? It's pretty. red marks on his tongue. I had to fix that.
Oh, I hated that when I was painting that fucking rocket. I would do that. Like if I would get a little black paint on the one piece I didn't mean to. And so then I would do it with white and then I'd get the white on the black and it was just like back and forth. I was like, oh,
I figured
So annoying.
if I get the red on there good and let it dry for a day or so, then I'd be brave enough to put tape on it, and use an X-Acto knife and cut the corners nice and tight, and then I can get sloppy with the white to bleed into the corner.
Yeah,
But,
see
that
that?
never works. That never works out. It ends up getting underneath the tape.
oh yeah.
Hey, Bill,
Right.
here, look, 7-day tropical Caribbean cruise, 7 days. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
inside from $519 per person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Per person.
14
How many people you got to bring to get that rate?
huh?
Can you go by yourself or do you need two people?
Probably need 2 people, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
$1,400 for 2 people ain't bad though.
Well, 519, that'd be 1,040,
yeah.
1,038 plus tax and whatever.
Oh,
Oh, then you do gotta have a little pocket money for, if
Well,
you
you
get
got
off
to tip.
an
You got to
island
tip
or
too.
something.
You got to bring money
Right.
to tip the crew too.
Well, like that, like I said too, when you get off an island, if you wanna go browse, get some little knickknacks here and there. Everybody's always gotta get like little souvenirs and shit.
Yeah. Yep. And all the Legionnaire's disease you can take home with you. That's free.
Hey,
Okay.
Rob, did you take the pictures of that hawk or whatever there?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
yeah, I caught it with my drone. That was the Maverick 3.
Oh, that was with the drone.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like this angle.
Yeah, I was surprised it didn't fly off, but I was quite away from it.
What kind of bird was it?
I think David said a buzzard.
Well, some birds are just, it takes a lot to scare them. Like hawks don't tend to budge. They'll sit there and stare at you like, bring it on.
Bring it on.
And certain birds just don't have that kind of fear. They don't give a crap.
Yeah, they were nice pictures though, gotta be fair.
I mean, you come up on a hawk or an eagle or something with the drone, they're liable to just come straight at it. Then you ain't gonna scare them off.
Yeah, let me oh, I haven't got them yet. I can they're on my Facebook page if you want to have a look, just.
All right, yeah, when I come back in, I'll look at them. All the vultures here are pretty good sized damn birds. I almost hit one the other day going down the freeway too. They were eating something on the side of the road and they started running out in the road. And I hit a frickin' wheel block going down those wheel chocks, like the big rubber ones?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. I didn't notice it in the middle of the road because it kind of blended in with the road. When I was on that live with David the other day on my way home and I frickin' hit it, dude. Oh my God. I hit that thing at like 50 miles an hour and it went flying across 2 lanes and it was one of those big, heavy rubber wheel chocks for like an 18-wheeler.
Where you off, Mr. Hodges?
Hey, yeah, I gotta take off. I'm gonna go fly a historical lighthouse this morning down in Port Burwell.
Oh, cool.
They're having trouble with it. They got it all taped out. They figure it might fall over. It's rotted and you got a broken
Oh,
foundation and stuff. So I want to go in with the drone, get pictures of it in case they dismantle it or do something. They were talking about rebuilding it, but they're trying to come up with the money and some money from the government to do it. But I don't know what's going to happen.
If you get a chance, send me the pictures. I wouldn't mind having a look.
Yeah, so I'm going to go down and do it. It takes about half, 3/4 an hour to get down there. And I got some company coming up 1 o'clock today. So I got to get down there and get back. So
Some point, everything's got to come to an end.
yep.
What year was it built, Paul?
Oh, gee, I'd have to find out later. But yeah, it's quite old. It's historical building, right? But all of a sudden, oh, gee, so now they got the road even taped off, so you can't go there because they said if it falls, it's going to go onto the road. So they got everything taped off up there. There's a big submarine there, right there. It's almost beside it too, eh? So I've already got pictures.
What kind of sub is it?
World War II, isn't it?
Some World War II sub.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if it's a modern nuclear sub, I wouldn't get too close to it.
No,
They
no,
tend
no,
to be a little finicky
it's
about
up on
that.
dry land. This thing here is up on dry land.
There's that video on YouTube of those two fishermen. They were just out in the lake, they were out on an inlet just fishing, and all of a sudden here comes a US nuclear sub through there, and the freaking patrol boats came racing up on them. Was like, you got to get out of here now. And they were like probably half a mile from the sub. They were just
See,
too
now
close
that
for
would be a
comfort.
nice condo, would be a submarine. What do you think there, Paul? Instead of condo on cruise ships.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'll catch you guys tonight anyway. So,
All right, see you later, Paul.
yep,
Later,
see you
Paul.
guys.
Have
Yeah,
a good
bye.
day.
Hi, Paul.
See, I'm wondering how that would work exactly, condos on a ship. Like, could you go there and stay in it while it's docked at any time? Or is there specific times of the year where it goes out, so you have to go out at those specific times? Like, that's,
You probably had access to it whenever you wanted, but it's gonna be where it's gonna be.
right. Or are they like trying to do timeshares on them?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Paul's gotta look into that. Paul, so when you buy your condo on the cruise ship, is it gonna, is it gonna affect you whether it actually puts to sea or whether it just stays in port? I mean, that's an interesting thought. What does it do? Does it actually, and then it's like, oh, your HOAs are gonna go up $7,000 this month because we have to buy the fuel, to go to Istanbul or wherever the hell it is they're gonna, Constantinople this year.
All right, because
Yeah.
you're buying a condo, if it's a one-time fucking buy, like how long can that ship really function?
Well, I
for?
don't know.
Yeah,
It's, well, first of all, it's not real property. It's probably a 99-year lease type agreement. And you'll probably be buying it in one that's already purchased a route. These guys bid on these different, like the 7-day cruise around Hawaiian Islands. That'd be a great condo. You know what I mean? And you know where Wednesday you take the trash out in Maui, and and oh, whatever. I mean, but you know where you're gonna be, depending on
there's
what day of the week it is.
an interesting concept, because there's a lot of rich people out there that probably do that, so.
Yeah, most of them won't even be on it, they'll just use it and give it to give weeks or days or whatever away to clients, stay in my condo. It's gonna be like, oh, where's your condo? Well, this week it's gonna be in San Francisco, so you're gonna stop there at the port, step over the homeless guys and get to the port, and you'll be right there.
Step over the homeless guys. Well, you ain't lying about that.
It's interesting. Are you looking it up, Paul? Condos and cruise ships?
Yeah, I've been looking for it, but it was on the television, and I didn't write down any information. So let me,
It might just be a concept for now. Maybe they're still working it out.
Yeah, because they would have to be making some kind of monthly income, because they're gonna have to pay for crew and fuel and maintenance and.
I mean, I'd imagine different times of the year, you'd want to move it because there might be really bad weather during certain months of the year where it's at, and then you go dock somewhere where it's nicer,
Right. I mean, that makes sense, and like I say, you're probably gonna have to pay like outrageous monthly dues like you would for an HOA,
Yeah.
like you said.
Absolutely.
'Cause that's the only way that would be, that's the only way they'd be able to pay for, because if they just sold everybody a straight out condo and said, all right, it's 1.3 million, and everybody bought one, then eventually that money's gonna dry up.
No, it's just like any condo. I mean, you buy out everything in there, but the taxes still have to be paid and the maintenance still has to be done and so on and so forth. So, but
Right.
your HOAs are gonna be ridiculous, you know. But ships, you'd be surprised, they last a long time. I mean, one of the ships in American Hawaiian Cruises was over 50 years old. And, they don't look it, they just constantly replace, repair and whatever.
I think the people on the Titanic would argue with you on that.
Yeah, the Titanic was fairly new.
It was the Britannica.
The White
sister ship.
Star Line had a lot of problems. Yeah. Not just that one.
Yeah, because the Britannica sank too, right? Wasn't that the
Yeah.
one? Her sister ship?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about that guy and who was it, Matt and Tim and them were talking the other day about that guy in Australia that actually wanted to build a brand new Titanic. Some billionaire or millionaire or some dude was trying to actually build a whole brand new one. I never did.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the name carries some negative connotations.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'd want to take the first cruise on that shit. Cause I mean, if you built it exactly like they had it, you wouldn't have enough lifeboats for everybody.
Yeah, you couldn't build it exactly that. There's a lot of laws governing that now.
Right.
I think it's Blue World Voyages is the company that's doing the exclusive stuff. Let me screen share what I'm looking at.
I bet you that the higher the condos too, like on the top floors are probably way more expensive too.
Sure. Sure, above the water line, below the water line, there'd be all kinds of different prices. Well, most of the crew lives below the water line, but there's still cabins down there for guests.
That's a cool little like portable dock there. Ain't it?
The world's first affordable cruise ship. You can live on with condo cabins starting at 155,000.
Wow,
And average entry price is 355,000 with monthly fees similar to the cost of living in a major city.
Right. The 155,000 probably gets you a nice little linen closet at the end of the hallway.
yeah, no, it'd be in a cabin where you can hear the motors humming.
Right. Uh,
That's okay, help you sleep.
Dustin said, "I
That's
know
pretty freaking reasonable. I'm gonna sell my house. That's it. Yeah, but what modern city? The fees, what? New York City?
New York
Forget it.
City. Yeah.
Yeah, forget it. I can't afford it. That's it. It's done.
Ain't gonna lie, it's pretty nice looking.
Orlando. Okay, I can do it. This is all beautiful and great for a week or a couple of weeks, but would you want to live here? And this is all basically you get to see. I mean, I used to talk about that, on cruise ships, people pay for these, look how cool that is. People pay for these expensive cabins and like that. And it's like, you're going on the cruise ship for the ship, or are you visiting the area and seeing the sights and getting off the ship? And in this particular case, you'd want a room that has a nice view
I
because you're
mean,
living.
yeah, that would be pretty cool, but I'm sure it's, after a while you'd want to get off and go, back to some house on the mainland for a while and
Yeah, and
Sure.
what happens when you want to get off? Do they have like an Avenue D with where the hookers are and stuff?
then.
I guess the crime rate would be low there.
Hey Curtis,
They got a little homeless section just to make you feel more at home. Got some actors dressed up like homeless people shitting on your balcony.
Oh, I don't know. I could just see so many problems. People with their therapy animals and shitting in the hallway. I don't know.
Yeah,
Looks nice though.
I wonder if you could have animals on there.
I'd imagine.
There's probably a limit. Like a lot of the places around here, there's a lot of,
Condo limits you to a 20-pound dog or less, or a 30-pound dog or less, or something like that. You know, you can't have 17 cats, you can only have 12, you know.
right?
I might consider that if it was for seniors only.
Well, I think they're kind of promoting it, Bill, as pretty much you can pick like what kind of age group you want to be with, or
That ship is big enough that you probably would never have to look at any other age group. Yeah. Like 55 and over community. You know, I used to think when I came down here and I was still in my 40s, I used to think, you know, why would somebody want to live, you know, in a 55? And now that I'm over that, I understand the draw.
What's up, Bill? Newfound.
50, 170, 200. Yeah, it's $200 a day. $72,000 a year.
Oh, you could take that
Before,
part of his
before
name.
gratuity. Okay.
I mean, you could take that part of his name, Curtis AZ, because one, he doesn't post content, and two, you're not using the drone dude part, so. I don't really see. the
Almost on a
issue there.
yacht.
but
Well, I
that
wonder-
includes food and everything, right?
Well, that's all I'm wondering if they even bother putting kitchens in these places because.
I don't know. Does it back up to what those things covered? They spelled it out. Yeah, before the homeless chick. There you go. All right. What does that say now? I can't even tell.
$150 a day for the room, $20 a day taxes and port fees, gratuities, 15 a day, 15 a day for Wi-Fi, a total of 200 a day. It doesn't say
Well,
what the
that sounds like a cruise cost. Why are you paying for the room if you bought the condo?
yeah.
No, that's your, that's your HOA fees right there. Including, so it's up to 72,000 a year in
Yeah, I
fees.
didn't see anything about food in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they have actual restaurants and stuff, but I'm wondering if the rooms would. I'm sure
Yeah,
they
probably
got
gotta pay for it.
restaurants.
I think, you know what? I think Paul's deal is better. You just go and rent the room for a week by week. It's less money.
Yeah.
But is this like a video on why this isn't a good idea?
Yeah. What will it cost for you to live full time on a cruise ship?
Yeah, I mean, if you're,
Oh, this isn't the same as the condo thing, is it? Is this the same website?
It talks about it in here, but this is
it's kind of giving you all the negatives of
Yeah,
it.
and of
all
course
the
you-
options. Yep.
That spokesman there that you keep pulling up there, that looks like Freddy Krueger. I wouldn't want him living next door.
Right here.
Yeah, oh my God, look at him. Yeah, that's your neighbor.
Cause like he was talking about like, whether you could, companies
like
would
Super
even give you
Mario,
insurance or
will
something like
simply
that.
just jump to other ships around those, other than, of course, the pandemic. And of course, logistically, it's pretty complex. You have to book every single cruise across the year individually, meaning you could be booking up to 52 cruises and ensuring, of course, all the logistics of staying in the same cabin and so on. Of course, there could be a solution to some of these.
Yeah. So that's
There
not
are
that's not a
permanent
condo.
resident ships, however, which could be an alternative.
Well,
But it was on the news, or not, it was an advertisement.
Well, that blue line that you were talking about, I think that's what that was. I think you found
Yeah.
it originally.
Yeah, the
But
original,
they're just not telling you how much the fees are.
right,
You know, just like the cost of living in a major US city.
right.
Well, plus you would have to have a full medical
Mhm.
staff, like a miniature hospital on board, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cruise ships have to have that anyway.
right. But I mean, if you're like actually supplying it as a home for people, you'd have to probably have a little bit more sophisticated,
Well,
like
if
doctor's
anything
office
serious
set up and all
happens,
that.
they life flight you to the hospitals from the cruise ship, actually. And they have to give certain necessities that you have to have on board. I mean, there might be a dialysis unit, there might whatever, but if
Right.
something serious would happen, they probably life flight.
Those, medical ships that the Navy uses, they can do like everything on those ships.
Well, you save on funeral costs, though. You know, you kick the bucket.
Buried at sea.
Just throw you over.
you,
You know, blow the whistle, gone.
and just
All right,
throw you
everybody.
over the balcony.
Show's gonna start on the Lido deck.
Oh, nice, Bill. You finally ordered the Bamboo P1P.
Yeah, it's breezy out there. Holy cow. It's
Curtis said it won't be too long for the government pays to put homeless people on ships. Just, they'll buy a little island somewhere and start shipping them over there. If you don't want help and you don't wanna use any services, then you can go live over here. What's up, Shelby? Oh yeah, it's windy there too, man. The frickin' gusts of winds here.
holy smokes. Feels good though.
It's nice outside for sure, but yeah, those gusts of winds are coming through here pretty hard.
No drone flying today there, Haas. But it is
Morning,
nice.
Shelby.
Oh yeah, they were gonna take the boat out today. You'd have to be out of your mind.
Well, I'm surprised they were even doing anything that, like that on Super Bowl Sunday anyway. You think that,
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. I don't know. I stopped running that league a couple of years ago. And it
cause
stopped making
you can
sense.
still do stuff like that on like Super Bowl Sunday and big events like that, but your crowd tends to be a lot less. Because,
Well, no, their idea, you know, they go in the morning. The cruise for
yeah,
the,
okay.
it's 7:30 to 1, but you're so wiped. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it wears you out being on a rocking boat for 5 hours, you know, trying to hold the pole up in the air, whatever else. And plus they drink.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, and think about it too, if you end up getting in some big old battle with some big fish, that's gonna wear you out quick too.
Well, that's not happening. That these are, you know, you just drop, these are line droppers, these types of cruise ship, or fishing boats. You just stop over a shelf, drop the line and pull up some. You're not pulling in a mako or something, you know, or swordfish. It's you're pulling in a whole bunch of maybe bass or snapper if you're lucky. Or I mean, the biggest thing I did pull a nice 30 some odd inch cobia out once. That was nice. But even that, how long does that take? You know. But just keeping your balance, leaning up against the thing while the boat's rocking back and forth. And, you know, it wears you out in the sun. You'd be surprised. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you're tired when you get off that boat.
Sure.
Yeah, my dad used to go deep sea fishing all the time. He loved doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I like doing it myself. It's been a while. I need to, especially something like that where everything's done for you. You know, you just show up, they hand you, you know, you don't even have to bring your equipment.
Well, my
I
dad
mean,
had this,
Sometimes I did, but you know, for the most part, I just got lazy and go. They hand you pole, kick you a bucket of bait. And then you're good to go.
my dad had this these two poles. These gigantic ass reels on them that had different gears.
Yeah.
And he had like 400 and 600 pound test lines on it, and me and my cousin would grab it and wrap it around like put a glove on it, wrap it around and pull on it, and he would just like it was
600 pound
nothing.
test line. What do you have, like mooring cable on it? You know,
I don't. There was a big
Hey,
ass pole.
talk to
So, I
Mr.
mean,
we lost our anchor line. Talk to Mr. Stickley.
the reels were bigger than your freaking head. They were huge.
Yeah.
He spent thousands of dollars on those things, but they had different gears in it, and you could. I mean, he would just sit there and turn it and pull me and my cousin like it was nothing.
I got a 10-foot pole and I feel guilty. My wife bought me a 10-foot, but I haven't even used it yet, sitting in the garage. I mean, I would use it for surf casting, you know. Got a couple of reels. Got a lot of stuff in there. I just realized too, I spent all that money for all these different Florida fishing licenses and didn't use it at all. They're about to expire.
You know, you can go fishing without a license in Florida as long as it's a bamboo reel without it, or a bamboo pole without a reel.
Well, you can, you know what, you can, as a resident, you can surf cast for free too in saltwater. You know, you still need your, I mean, I don't know about freshwater with a bamboo pole. I've never heard of that. Except if they're gonna confiscate your equipment, you don't give a damn. There you go. It's all
No,
yours.
from what I've heard is as long as you're doing, you can fish as long as you have a line just tied to a bamboo pole. You can't have no reel or anything on it.
I've never heard that. That's interesting. What
Just
homeless
like
guy told you that?
Just like you can open carry as long as you're fishing, camping, or was it hunting? Why do you think you see all those guys with the AR-15s out on the freaking piers fishing? Just to prove a point.
No, I bought the snook license. I bought all that stuff, and I yeah, sure, I'm in here. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. I didn't even go. I think I went fishing twice in a year, and I walked down to the canal over here and threw the line in. And Artie is going to be down here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and he just told me yesterday. And there's no way I can get off of work. I may even be working Sunday, which I don't usually work. If they decide to go on that trip next week, which he gave me a little time.
Was it a last minute trip for him? Because I don't remember him
No,
mentioning.
he was talking about maybe, getting down here. He says, oh, I said, Artie, why don't you tell him? Well, I did, Bill. I told you I might be coming down around President's Day. Oh, but might be coming down around President's Day. Yeah, that's how I could plan, Here, let me take off 3 weeks, right around President's Day so I can, the hell.
That's funny.
Yeah. Is Monday President's Day?
The 20th is President's Day.
Yeah, that'd be next Monday.
Yeah, a week
Oh.
from tomorrow.
Oh, and you know what? He's driving back on that Monday. Good planning, Artie. What the traffic's gonna be like with everybody out of school and everything.
And of course, Tuesday, like you said, Bill, is for everybody that doesn't know it. I can't imagine anybody in the world that doesn't. But on the
Okay.
14th is Valentine's Day, Tuesday.
All right, so
Yeah.
Bill. Go ahead.
Huh?
I was gonna read this to you. So I was looking it up. It says it's called the cane pole law. Allows Florida residents to fish in the county of his or her residency without a license. The angler can use live or natural bait and poles or hand lines that are not equipped with a reel for non-commercial purposes only. No fishing license is required to fish private and private fishing ponds, obviously. But yeah, it's called the cane pole law.
Hmm.
So if you just have a frickin', you could actually just use a regular fishing pole and just tie your line at the end and just cast it out like that.
Yeah, just in and out, in and out.
Oh no,
Pretty
how
sure, yeah,
effective
my
that would
dad
be,
says
but-
once I get, I don't know if it's 65, it might be 62, I have to look at it, but your fishing license becomes free. Or
Oh, yeah, I was just reading something about that too, as some kind of senior license or something. I caught a little bit of that on the article too. I've heard that too, that they get it free after a certain age.
Yeah, I don't know what, yeah. There's, I'm pretty sure. But I'd have to look it up, but I don't know how many people actually know it, but when you're homesteaded, you can fish freshwater in your county for free anyway, if you're a homeowner and you're homesteaded. But, it's obscure and nobody knows about it, but I'd have to look that up again. But I don't necessarily want to fish just in St. Lucie County, although that's all I ever do. I heard a ding dong.
Hey,
Yeah,
Paul in his truck.
Yeah, I just hang on. Well, I go through a bad area, so
Are you
I
armed?
wanted to avoid that first. So anyways, I just on my way. I'm about halfway there now. So you still on, Paul? Or
Yeah,
you off now?
how's traffic doing, Paul?
Out here right now.
Yeah,
Are you still live or what?
yep.
Okay.
As live as we can be.
That's the name of the game. Stay alive as long as you can.
Yeah, well, I'm just coming into Mount Salem now, probably about another 10, 12 miles to get there, I think. A beautiful day over here right now. God, it's gorgeous out here.
Well, good.
Got to be one of the best days we've had.
I'm not big into fishing.
And warming up.
And he's gone. I'm not big into fishing, Bill, but would that be very easy way to fish or no?
Well, I used to like it a lot more when I was a kid. I mean, I still do.
Well, I'm saying, would it be
It's
easy to fish with a pole without a reel though? I mean, you're kind of
Easy to
limited, right?
fish with a pole without a reel. Yeah, you're just dropping the line in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, if you found yourself a pier or a dock, in fact, down in Jensen, they got the one that goes way out into the water, and you don't necessarily need a reel for that, but you're just fishing for whatever hangs out by the.
Oh, it was Justin doing it probably.
The hell did you just say?
I don't know. You know what you could do? You could tie a really long line to it and attach it to your drone and drop it way out in the water.
I wonder if that would be a loophole for that law.
Technically, based on your description, that'd be okay. There's no reel.
Well, it doesn't say nothing about not using a drone either, does it?
Right.
Okay, Mr. B said in Mississippi, being that it's disabled, he doesn't need a fishing license anywhere in the state.
Yeah.
That's interesting. If you got special circumstance, you probably best to check your local and state law regulation regarding that.
Check here.
No love for the middle-aged healthy people.
Paul's having a hell of a time.
Senior. Let's see. Fishing.
JD says, yep, out in the greater Kansas City area, which of course it depends upon whether you're in Kansas or Missouri, but Kansas, I think, JD, you're talking about it. You don't need a fishing license over a certain age in Kansas. I don't know if Missouri has the same regs or not.
The only reason I heard about that cane law or whatever was because the guy I was looking into fishing license at Walmart when I was working there, and the guy that always did them, he's the one that told me about that. He goes, technically you could go fishing, but you just can't have a reel. I was like, okay.
Looking this up. Wow. Florida residents 65 or older only need a Florida driver's license or identification card to prove residency and age. They are not required to purchase the following recreational licenses and permits: saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, and hunting licenses, all free. Snook, lobster, deer, management area, muzzle loading, turkey, archery, crossbow, Florida waterfowl, and migratory bird permits. They're all free if you're over 65 in Florida.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty wide open, isn't it?
yeah, it is. That's pretty much everything.
Well, they're probably not banking that, you know, most people, well, I'm not gonna say not a lot of people that age are out doing that stuff, but
No,
Well,
you're
they are.
probably
They
right.
retire and they do that stuff on a regular basis. They're just,
Yeah.
and by the way, fuck you.
what are you
It's
eligible
only,
for
that's
that?
only 3 years away from me, you bet.
Well, everybody, I think I'm gonna call it.
Alright,
We've had too much fun for the last hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm supposed to wash my car today. I might just drive it to the car wash.
There you go.
I'm too lazy.
That'll work too, Bill.
Kind of. I should be buffing it. It needs a buff. It's been a while.
Well, the only reason I use the car wash here is because of the salt and stuff. And
Yeah.
it gets up underneath it, you know?
Yeah.
Where out in the driveway, I'm not gonna crawl on my back and spray it down underneath, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time. And Bill, thanks for showing up. Paul, Justin, Welch Rob. We'll see all of you again next time. Bye for
Later.
now.